Hey people, lately I've been getting a few comments saying that rushing in, or the flèche, is an uncontrolled action. I understand what these comments mean, but I also feel they only touch the surface and don't look at the deeper idea behind it. Running in without a plan and without caring if I get hit is of course a bad action. But I think many people don't clearly separate an uncontrolled running in from a controlled flèche. So today I want to show 3 examples where rushing in can work in a controlled way and why every Hema fencer should train this. Make sure to stay till the end for a quick bonus tip you want to consider training these 3 techniques. My first example is from Bratislava Saber. It shows why this works much better with a flèche or a running entry. I call this the long distance preparation. As you can see, I'm clearly outside of the striking distance. I cannot hit my opponent, not even with a lunge or a passing step. The distance is so large that if I try a feint from here, it often won't create a real reaction, because there's no threat at this distance. So to create pressure and make my feint actually meaningful, I try to close the distance fast. And the easiest way to do this is with a flèche, what some people also call rushing in. Now here is an important point. This action is not faster than normal in a magical way. The distance is just bigger, so it creates a larger time window where I can move in. That time window let me adjust my final hit to my opponent's defense. In this example, what starts as a cut to the head can quickly change into a cut to the arm, because I have enough time to read the parry and adapt my strike. Even though I'm running in, I'm not giving up control. I'm actually gaining time to react to my opponent. And if my opponent tries to thrust me, I would also have time to see it and respond to it. The next example shows something important. I don't always need to hit in first intention. I can use a fast entry to provoke my opponent into an attack and then take control with my defense. In this example, I'm going into a hanging guard to catch the incoming cut first. I block the attack and then I hit with the riposte from the parry. Again, I'm not losing control. I'm choosing to enter fast so that I provoke an action from my opponent and then strike in second intention. And because I close distance quickly, I'm close enough to land a clean hit after the parry. Even if my opponent tries to retreat, I'm still near enough to be efficient. This is especially useful against fencers who tend to use a lot of index action and ignoring the threat that they are facing. This example is great for people who like fencing from the bind. If you're fast enough on the entry, your opponent cannot always escape the bind in a safe way. Many fencers are a bit slow with their feet and timing. That often invites the opponent to cut from below at the hands, because they feel they can slip away in time. But if you rush in with control, you show your opponent leaving the bind might be dangerous. Suddenly, that lower hand snipe becomes much riskier for them. David shows this very well here. He flashes in with the intention of a thrust. When he realizes that the thrust will not land, he stays in the bind. He's doing this because he wants to keep the opponent's blade where he wants it and to prevent it from moving into a dangerous line where he is out of control. He stays controlled the whole time. And even though it looks like just running in, he ends in the perfect distance, keeps pressure and pushes his opponent out of the ring. One extra thing I noticed a lot when people get rushed, they often stop moving their feet. They freeze or they stand still and only move the blade and focus on the defense. You can use that. You can turn the flèche into an actual feint, because many opponents will overreact and become static. But also remember, a flèche that covers too much distance can be bad for you. If you overrun the range, you can lose structure and timing. So when you want to train the flèche, pay close attention to the distance and the stopping position.